Be right with you, just having some of the hot brown. Welcome, as I call it. Welcome to A Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Have we got a great show for you tonight? Do we have a great show for them? We do have a great show for you tonight. Anthony Mackie is here, the new Captain America, where we're going to be doing a meanwhile in just a minute. But most impressively, I will be joined by our very own Jon Batiste, who won an Oscar last night. Woo! And looked good doing it, baby. Along with his collaborators Atticus Ross and Trent Reznor, Jon Batiste took home an Academy Award for Best Original Score for Pixar's Soul.
Thank you to my parents, Suleika, for your support and love coming here with me. We flew on the plane first time in a year. My parents took me around clubs in New Orleans when I was 10 years old, put me in piano lessons, Miss Shirley, William. Just so much has happened. This moment is a culmination of a series of miracles.
That's what every conversation with Jon Batiste is like. By the way, it is and a series of miracles. It could not be more beautiful, and beautifully said last night, Jon. What an amazing achievement, especially considering for some of us the greatest accomplishment of the last year was washing our sweatpants once a month. Every 6 months. I will eventually wash them. The mustard stains make a lovely camouflage pattern. I can hide in front of a bunch of mustard. Today, Jon woke up bright and early to talk about his win with Gail and the Kingettes on CBS This Morning.
Does Stephen Colbert need to look for a new band leader?
Stephen sent me a message on the night. It was great. We were going to FaceTime as well. But
You didn't answer the question.
Yeah, Jon, you didn't answer the question, because if you leave, I'll just get a different Oscar-winning band leader. Say hello to Anthony Hopkins and stay father. In lesser Oscar news, there was the rest of the Oscars, which, due to COVID, was a scaled-down affair in L.A. at Union Station. It harkened back to the Oscars' glamorous roots when Charlie Chaplin accepted his Oscar from a drifter at the bus depot. The speeches were a little different this year, too, because the winners were given no time limits, which was nice. You know, it eliminated the normal frenzied listing of people to thank and allowed winners like Daniel Kaluuya to speak from his heart about his parents' loins.
You got to celebrate life, man. We're breathing, we're walking. It's incredible. It's incredible. Like, it's incredible. My mom met my dad. They had sex. It's amazing. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I'm here. You know what I mean? So, I'm so happy to be alive.
Daniel, you don't bring up your parents' sex life in your Oscars acceptance speech. You dramatize it in a 2-hour movie so you can win your second Oscar. These Oscars also had their historic moments, like Ye Jun-yoon becoming the first Korean performer and only second Asian woman to win an acting Oscar, and Chloe Zhao becoming the first Chinese-American woman and first Asian-American woman to win an Oscar for Best Director. You'd think Zhao's victory would be pretty big news back in China, but instead, the Chinese media played down her win and just urged Ms. Zhao to play a mediating role between China and the United States and avoid being a friction point. Okay, China, she just won an Oscar. Give her some time to enjoy it. Even Gwyneth Paltrow got a few days before she had to negotiate the Kosovo peace accords. Another big winner last night was Frances McDormand, who won her third Oscar for Best Actress. That's 3. Those are Streep numbers. She also won for Best Picture as one of the producers of Nomadland, and she had a request for everyone at home.
Please watch our movie on the largest screen possible, and one day, very, very soon, take everyone you know into a theater, shoulder to shoulder, in that dark space, and watch every film that's represented here tonight.
Okay, I get that people in the industry want theaters to reopen, but counterpoint, this weekend I watched Mortal Kombat exactly as it was meant to be seen, on my couch, in my underwear, while holding a half-eaten Taco Bell quesalupa and yelling, "Finish him." Almost no one wore a mask last night, and it was a little freaky to see people giving us the full frontal. But just get this part, not this part. But Get used to it, because as more and more people get vaccinated, the world is getting back to be what used to be normal. And I'll tell you all about it in tonight's installment of The Vaccine.
Vaccine, go get your vaccine, vaccine. We make you sexy, sexy. Don't be a wussy, go get it, please get it. Go get your vaccine, vaccine. We keep you healthy, healthy. Take a day off from work if you get out of rest. Maybe take a nice selfie. So go get your shot.
Oh, we're so close to getting sued by Disney for that. Just tantalizing. Come at me. We learned yesterday that American tourists who have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19 will be able to visit the European Union over the summer. Hot damn! I can't wait to travel to fabulous destinations like anywhere but my grocery store. As proof, Europe will require all tourists to come with a vaccination certificate. So this is going to be an elite group of only those who are fully inoculated or own printers. The point is, Americans, just go get inoculated. Think of the amazing things you can do and see in Europe. You can go to Vatican City and visit the original Olive Garden. You can lie on the ground and get a photo where it looks like the Leaning Tower of Pisa is your penis. Or you can lie on the ground and make it look like the Eiffel Tower is your penis. Or you can lie on the ground and make it look like Big Ben is your penis. You could just take out your penis. A lot of places in Europe, that's fine. Or you could use a weird bathroom that has no toilet, just a couple of places to put your feet and some handholds on the wall. like you're gonna ride it over a waterfall or something. Or if it does have a toilet, it's got a shelf in there for some reason, like some sort of observation deck. So that's Germany mostly. Just go get your shot, okay? Because going to Europe is only one of the perks of vaccination. There's also now special sections at baseball games, free Krispy Kremes, and lesser incentives like not contracting a deadly pathogen. But it seems like we may need more special treatment to convince certain people to get their shots, because in the latest CBS YouGov Kraft American Singles poll, vaccine hesitancy is especially strong among Republicans. The rate of those who say they won't get the shot is 30%, or as Republicans call it, a majority. As usual, the situation not being helped by Wisconsin Senator and old mop that stumbled into a Men's Warehouse, Ron Johnson. Johnson has very publicly refused to get the vaccine, and he took to the radio Thursday to explain why.
Because it's not a fully approved vaccine, I think we probably should have limited the distribution to the vulnerable, to people that really aren't, to the very young. I see no reason to be pushing vaccines on people. What is the point? If the science tells us that vaccines are 95% effective. So if you have a vaccine, quite honestly, what do you care if your neighbor has one or not?
Because the whole point of vaccine is that everybody gets it, and that wipes out the virus. This is the worst PSA since this one.
This is your brain. This is drugs. And this is your brain after an hour at 350 degrees. Delicioso. Who wants some crack?
One interesting group of people refusing to get the vaccine, people who have gotten the vaccine, because millions of people are skipping their second doses of COVID vaccines. I can't believe it. Americans are saying no to seconds? Apparently, some people are refusing the second shot because they feared the side effects, which can include flu-like symptoms, unlike the coronavirus side effects, which can include death-like death. Other people said that they felt they were sufficiently protected with a single shot. Skydiving's perfectly safe! I gave you half a parachute. Let's go! Speaking of politicians tempting fate, over the weekend, far-right Congresswoman Lauren Boebert tweeted, Joe Biden's climate plan includes cutting 90% of red meat from our diets by 2030. They want to limit us to about 4 pounds a year. Why doesn't Joe stay out of my kitchen? I agree, Joe, definitely stay out of Boebert's kitchen. I've seen her breakfast nook. All over the internets, the idea that Biden wants to limit America's meat huffing caught fire. Texas Governor Greg Abbott tweeted, "Not gonna happen in Texas." Don Jr. declared, "That's gonna be a hard no for me." And one far-right activist responded, "So Biden says we can have 4 pounds of red meat per year. My officially response today," with this photo of a 72-ounce porterhouse steak. Not exactly the healthiest. Oh, wait, he's got a Michelob Ultra. He's fine. Listen, folks, I'm a red-blooded American man, which means 90% of that blood is beef tallow. So I was relieved to learn that Biden's climate plan does not ban meat. In fact, neither Biden nor the White House has signaled that his climate plan will include changes to the American diet. We know what that means.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Wow. Ted Cruz looks great. So where did Republicans get the idea that Biden wants to ban meat? From an article speculating about what life could look like under Biden's plan, written in the British tabloid The Daily Mail. So, because of some made-up story in a British rag, a bunch of Republicans got the meat sweats? What the hell do the British know about American food anyway? They put vinegar on their French fries. I can't believe Biden's gonna take away my blood sausage, my bangers and mash, my bubbles and squeak. Let me eat 4 pounds of figgy. I'm so upset I forgot how to say figgy pudding. They're gonna take away my toad out of my hole and my spots off my dick. No one was more upset about this made-up news than Fox Business made-up host Larry Kudlow, who imagined an unthinkable nightmare in a fake future.
No burgers on July 4th. No steaks on the Barbie. I'm sure Middle America is just going to love that. Can you grill those Brussels sprouts? So get ready. You can throw back a plant-based beer with your grilled Brussels sprouts and wave your American flag.
Yeah, you heard the man. If Biden has his way, we're going to have to start drinking plant-based beer. But some beer companies are fighting back, and The Late Show's newest sponsor is one of them.
Are you in the mood for a cold brew, but don't want any of that snowflake plant-based beer? Then reach for a refreshing bottle of Meat Lager. Try all our varieties: Entrail Ale, Snout Stout, and our full-bodied Beer Bourguignon. You can really taste the meat. So when you want a real beer made with man ingredients and no environmental agenda, reach for a refreshing Meat Lager.
Like a slaughterhouse in your mouth.
Please chew responsibly.
We got a great show for you tonight. When we come back, I'll be talking with the Oscar winner himself, Mr. Jon Batiste. Plus, meanwhile, join us, won't you?